And you had to think about, well, how do I get my message out there, right? You can kind of see one of the ways to solve for affordable housing, in my opinion, what's lacking out there is the amount of communication, the amount of information that's out there that we can take this information and put it in front of people that are looking for that information to solve for affordable housing. Because I generally believe that across the entire United States, there are a ton of people with the right heart, the right intention to try to create more supply. The problem is they might not know the best way across everybody. So that's why you see people have conferences where they try to get people to meet together. But there needs to be a central place to disseminate all this information. So today, if you were to ask ChatGPT, what is the best podcast to learn about affordable housing investments, right, you'll get our podcast. If you were to ask, hey, what is the best podcast to learn about affordable housing? And now I feel like that's really political because I think it's more policy related, then you'll get another podcast, right? Like I'm still on the list here, but I'm not the top. I prefer to be on top, and that's how I cover my niche, to be on top of for investments because I want people to understand that you need capital infusions, you need resources to achieve your mission, right? No margin, no mission. You have to create margin. Now, the problem is a lot of people, when they talk about affordable housing, they talk about LIHTC, they talk about low income housing tax credits. It's all these things that's full of jargon, and they try to make it so that they're placed up on a really high pedestal. Well, for me, that is not helpful, right? Because you can't create more housing. So what I need to do is learn to figure out, okay, well, how do I put in more templates in here, right? Instagram folks. So now I got all these templates and I want to make sure I train myself. If you guys remember what we've been doing, we're using a platform called Poppy AI. We've taken right here a couple of videos of how I talk, right? So it creates a communication style prompt for me that I can adapt to every single prompt going forward. I've learned how to tell stories better. I've learned how to figure out and teach my AI how should sort of carousel posts look like, because I have a traffic problem, right? For me to solve affordable housing, I need more people to learn about affordable housing so that they can figure out exactly how they can apply towards their life. And my sincere goal is that they use it to create more housing, right? But again, remember, it doesn't matter how good your content is if no one ever watches it. And if you can't catch people's attention, then you're kind of out of luck there. So that's why there's a couple things, right? Like hooks, I want to get that in there. Let's see, fill in the blank, post templates, okay. All these things I want to learn. ChatGPT wants to create viral content. That's all right. What are these? Let me see. I read this. What are these prompts? I don't love these prompts, to be honest with you. I don't like these. I see prompts that are very extensive. So this is a good one. Talking head, fill in the blank, email, PS call to actions. That's good to have that in there. 75 engagement questions, 85 A3 content prompts. Interesting. 71 thing, 57 viral talking head. There you go. Okay. ManyChat scripts, freebies. Okay. I want to get that in there. When did you fill in the blank Instagram capture templates? Yes. 150 ChatGPT prompts. How you script videos? No. 161 words now name your course. Okay, it's fine. 225 Instagram story polls. Okay, that's good to know. I want to get that in there. 250 fill in the blank YouTube video descriptions. Okay, that's good. 296 email subject lines. Okay, I want subject lines to get good open rate. That's good to know. Okay, those elements. Facebook content prompts. Money making Instagram reels that picture product. YouTube short ideas. Okay. YouTube video ideas. Okay. YouTube video hooks. Okay. Freebie ideas. And proven sales copy. Boom. So now that I got all these templates in here, boom. Okay, interesting. Delete this. Now I'll call this my social media template. Let me zoom in for you so you can see it. Right, and these are all like kind of labeled already based on how it scans through. Social media templates. All right. So now I can go like this. Boom, now connect that to that. Now I want to come up with a prompt that says, hey, you are a world-class large language model trainer, and you are a master prompt engineer. World-class. I just provided you with frameworks for how to create carousel reels on Instagram, but also a ton of templates, scripts, and hook ideas for social media templates that you can refer to. How do I create a prompt that allows the AI agent to understand, go through all the available templates, and pick and choose what is the best and most appropriate hook, content, video description, approach, content creation for short form and long form, so that it's understanding how do I prompt myself to look for the best outcome to best achieve a certain result, whether that's driving traffic or driving sales. How do I come up with a prompt? Please advise. And ask me any clarifying questions, 2 to 3 if needed. Right? So I need to figure out how do I teach. I'm asking it, how do I teach it? And that's really important because once you figure out, like conversation approach, when AI is asks you question first, like what's your goal, and then asking option B. When you create content, would you prefer a conversation approach? You prefer auto content if I want a prompt goal in AI, you may deliver specific content, or hybrid where you get basic info. No, I don't like that. The AI picks the best thing option exposed. Why? When AI selects type point, do you want the AI to present 2 to 3 options? Hybrid. Fully written content ready to post. Okay, so for a question, yes, for workflow preference, I will want the AI to ask me clarifying questions so that they understand what's my goal, who's my audience, and what result I want, because it might differ for different platforms because I'm primarily on YouTube, YouTube Shorts, Facebook, Facebook Reels, Instagram, and also LinkedIn. If I had to prioritize, I would choose LinkedIn, YouTube, followed by Facebook, followed by Instagram. Now, for question number 2, I will want option C with the mix of option B, meaning I want there to be custom hybrid solutions based off of the questions I provided, meaning it might be for a certain platform, for a certain audience. I would always want to see at least 2 options, if not 3 options with pros and cons of each, so that I can make the final choice and decide why am I picking that approach whenever someone is creating a template, a hook, a framework to explain a certain concept. Or because I want to see when I want to test all 3. For number 3, for the output format, I will want the fully written content ready to post. All right, so now that I'm telling it more details, I'm now telling it to, well, give me my prompt. You're an elite thing, access company knowledge, blah, 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 blah. Here's your role. Help me create platform optimized Go Creator by asking clarifying questions, understand what specific needs, analyzing available templates, create custom thing, great. Platform part, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. Step 1, what conference is for, what format, what's your primary goal? Okay, as it's going up there, great. I need to create 5 pieces of content as well. Let's go to discover questions 1 to create content content with 2 to 3 options per piece. Oh, see, this is so good. All right, let me make some other updates. Okay, for the prompt above, there needs to be a couple updates. I want to prioritize YouTube and prioritize LinkedIn over Facebook and then subsequently Instagram. Now, in addition, what I also want the goal to be, besides for click to call to action, funnel metrics, impression views. What's most important to me is actually learning how to create content, especially if it's a video description or captions, so that they can have the highest chances of showing up in ChatGPT whenever someone asks a question related to affordable housing, right? I want my goal to be continued to be viewed as the authority for affordable housing. So please update this prompt so that it reflects those priorities, specifically around how we're prioritizing YouTube, LinkedIn, above Facebook and Instagram. But at the same time, we also want to optimize for GEO, which stands for Generative Engine Optimization, or LMO, which is Language Model Optimization, because we want our content to be surfaced and to be referenced as a source whenever someone asks a question about affordable housing development, etc., on any of the large language models, which includes ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude 4.5 Sonnet, all those ones. All right, so now that I'm able to give it updated prompt, boom, you're doing machine learning creating content, dash you to objective 1, platform performance, and geo. Oh, great. See, now I got the step for my content or my media agent. This creates all of that. And I was asking me the clarifying questions, which is dope. All right, so this is what I'm doing today. And again, you're seeing how I'm working on this every single day, right? Today, I always spend what, 15, 18 minutes on it. And that's all you need, right? Understand that if you spend 18 minutes on learning AI, upskilling every single day, 18 minutes a day for 365 days, you will be better at AI than 90 to 95% of the world. Just keep stacking. I know you're super busy. I have kids. I get it. But this is a skill you cannot miss. And most importantly, is learning about how to go deeper in it, not just the surface level prompts that you see online, but how do you go deep in it? And for me, this is why it's so important. This is why we're going to create affordable housing and way more affordable housing. I have to learn a different skill, not just learning how to arrange a capital stack. That people have done that. But how do you do it creatively? And how do you communicate your approach afterwards to people so that they can understand and digest it? That's a problem I'm trying to solve. Because if we do find a solution to create as much affordable housing as possible in the United States, well, we need to communicate that. And who's going to communicate that? Why not us? All right. I hope you all have an amazing Wednesday. I'll see you all tomorrow for day 748 of Going Live. Have a good one, everybody.